Hi guys, so today I'm going to be trying out the Anna Griffin Simple Shutter Christmas Card Making Kit. I did pick this up on HSN. This was actually a auto ship, but they already have it available for pickup. So I'll have those links in the description box. Those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you're purchase times to those links. And you know I love shutter cards, like making them from scratch, from dies, and this is even better because it's already beautiful. You don't have to think about anything. It's just all here. So, sorry, I had just cleaned off my countertop. I don't know if you call it countertop, but mat, I guess. And just that glue gets stuck on it, and then stuff gets stuck to the glue, and it's just like, ugh. Anyway, it's a little bit wet. That's all. That's all I'm trying to get to. It says it makes 20 cards, 20 unique cards, and let's check this out. So I don't remember if I unboxed this. I might have gone through it right quick when it came in because I know I did a haul video, or showed this in a haul. But as you can see, the different examples they have here, just super gorgeous and traditional Christmas looking cards. Let me see if they've changed their... Nope. It's still like the weird confusing instruction here. This part right here I do totally different. I even did it differently than what Tonic was saying to do on their shutter card, the dies, which I love that set. Oh my gosh, so cool because it just has different apertures, super easy to use. And I did theirs a little bit different too from what their instruction was, but sometimes it's just easier. Like this, all these steps up to here, literally you don't need them. Like all this, it's kind of crazy. And then this part, will pop in on the top. That part's pretty basic, but very interesting. Okay, so let's, I'm trying to find the meat and potatoes. So there's like a half thing of dimensionals, which is kind of interesting. Usually it's like a full sheet. Envelopes. This looks really weird. It's kind of packed kind of odd because usually, I don't know. This is very different. Okay, what I want to do is get to the card bases. Oh, maybe that's why they gave us the half of that, because they gave us a full roll of liner tape. I mean, look at this. That's a lot. And maybe I'll use it today, because usually I use my wet glue, which is what I prefer to use, but you know what? Since we have that, we'll use it. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way, because this is dry enough. I don't want to let's put something down. Okay. So this is the guard that goes, inside the shutter, of course. So let's look at the different patterns. There's usually 2 of each, so really gorgeous. The holly, I mean, you guys, this is just going to be beautiful. Maybe more botanical on this one. I'm like, they're 2 of each, but these look very similar. Like this style and that style. A little bit different. That pattern there, another geometric pattern. Do you say pattern? I know some people say pattern. And I know when my kids were little, they always say pattern, but they say pattern now. I don't know if that's a colloquial thing or some people, depending where you live. This is adorable. If I had paper all of this, oh my gosh, look at that little stocking. Oh my goodness. Oh, I would have loved to see that in that Christmas for All. Oh, I do want to mention, if you picked up the Christmas for All Anna Griffin kit, I know it was like in the $60 range, 65 something, and I know a lot of you guys had said, oh, it's kind of high, or maybe they'll wait. It's $55.95. It's been $55.95 for the last week or so. So get your money back. The chat on HSN is not working. It hasn't been working for me the last week, so I had to call them. But it took 2 minutes, and then they just gave me my $10 back plus tax, so $10.78 back. So if you picked it up in the last 30 days, you can get that back. And if you're interested in it, I'll have the links in the description box because it's now on sale. But there we have the holly, and this one with the green and the holly. Oh, so pretty. And then these are the shutters, of course, the pieces that come in on either side, on the inside of the card. And there should be probably 4 of each of these, right? If you're doing 2 of the colorway and then each one needs 2. Yeah, so the deep red, that gorgeous green. And we see this pattern a lot in a lot of her designs. Again, that one with the gold and the... These aren't going to be anything really to write home about. I mean, they're pretty standard. This one's more of a deeper red than this one, I think. These are all gold. They're kind of basic, other than the foiling, of course. It's kind of like a lighter green. And then the card bases. I don't know what to do with these. Should we start on the outside? Yeah. Okay, so outside. So when you fold it in, it has that white edging. Which they do a really nice job of. It does look like a die cut. And the inside of that one's like green. This is the outside. Oh, wait, see, this was hard. Yeah, this is the outside of the card. I guess you could use whatever you want on the outside, but this is meant to be the outside. And then on the inside, that green. This beautiful holly on the outside. Ooh, love that red on the inside. This one has that different dye, which is funny because I think we have dyes that look like this. Well, if you pick them up. And look at this side. So to me, I always feel like this side should be on the outside. Whatever you want, of course. So that one is very bold on both sides. This one has kind of like that gold. It's almost like craft. It's not really gold. Wouldn't that be awesome if they had foiled that? That would be really pretty. Beautiful botanical paper. I love that. That's the inside with like little stars. Again, that die cut design. Oh, this is cute with the little green dots. Oh, I love this one. I am probably never going to use this. It's so pretty. I love it. Look at, oh my gosh. It just looks like a tree all decked out with the different ornaments, you know. And on the inside we have that stripe. Beautiful, beautiful botanicals. I love that. That green pattern. I'm going to put it back this way. Again, this one, it's okay. Very classic pattern. Patterns like this are good to play off of because you're going to put things in front of it and kind of cover it up. If you would like to. And then the inside is that red. And then, let's see. We have these pieces that I assume are like for the back of the card. Where else would you put this? Let's see what she says in here. Oopsie. Oh, this one wants to be used today. Let's see. Doesn't say anything, but clearly it's not going to go on the inside. I think it's just so that you can write your message, which is nice. She doesn't even address them at all. Or I guess it can go on the front somewhere, or however you want to use it, but these little things. But it's pretty much a signature card. Yeah, because they're all the same. And let me see if they stick. Do they have stickiness? Or do you have to stick it down? Sometimes it's hard to tell, and a lot of times I just end up gluing it down anyway. I can't really pick at this, and I don't want to mess it up to find out. But yep, okay, cool. It was worth trying. So this is sticky. I'll leave one out. And then we have our belly band ready to go. It already has a sentiment on it. That's kind of interesting. Let's check these out. Has she done that before? I feel like the belly bands didn't have words on them, so that's pretty cool actually because it's already done. 2 of each. Merry Christmas just for you. Winter wishes. 'Tis the season. Happy holidays. Peace on earth. Merry and bright. I love that dot. It's so cute. Season's greetings. Winter blessings and joy to you. And then, of course, whatever you want to pop on the inside, all our little decorative pieces here. There's a lot going on. I mean, like, if I look at these examples, they're kind of busy, right? On the inside, I mean, look at all this. There's a lot going on, but it looks very nice. Very, I guess, opulent is the word I'm looking for. So we have these guys. Tons of them. A lot of times there's a left and a right, which is really great. I mean, this is just tons. I don't know the exact numbers of each thing, and let me see if these are stickers or not. I'm assuming they are. Yep, stickers. Okay. I mean, and these are all single. I don't know if you can see it. They're not like 3D or they don't have a layer to them. You could always layer them up yourself, but I know we don't like covering things up, so I wouldn't do that. Let's see. This one has like gold accents, which are always really nice. Little foil things you can pop in and out of there. And then there's some colorful ones. I'm not sure why these guys aren't like over here with these guys, but maybe they're, I would say maybe they're more special, but no, they're just stickers. Oh, I love that little hand. This is pretty cool though, because some unexpected things, the little candy canes with foiling. I thought, okay, maybe these have foil, but these don't have foil, so they're just here. I don't know. Again, left and right. That looks funny. That's a funny design, but there we go. And then little gifts. This one has foiling too. Lots of other pieces. And then, of course, all kinds of fun things. Fillers and swirls. Love it. Oh, have you guys seen the flourish dies? I thought they were old, and I'm like, oh, I think I already have those. But I probably have other flourish dies of hers. But she has new imprint flourish dies, which, of course, I picked up. But, and what else? Oh, what else? She has a bunch of new things, clearly. And I was curious, is this November, the last show before they don't do any more shows until like February? I always feel like that's when they stop doing the shows, but... Also, remember you have extended returns IHSN until January 30th or whatever the last day of January is. You think I would know that? No. And it's been that way since, I think, mid-September. So anything you picked up since then, you can return if, you know, it doesn't work out or whatever. Sending warm winter wishes, magic. May the magic of Christmas be yours. I mean, I'm not going to go through each and every one, but sending Christmas joy. Very Merry Christmas to you. Sending holiday cheer. Season's greetings. The season's greetings. Okay. Sending Christmas wishes and whatever else. I just never seen somebody say the season's greetings, but that's nice. Okay. All right. I'm going to choose a card base and the piece that's going to shutter in and that topper piece, right? So I need to choose from these guys over here. Like I said, that holly one really seems to want to be used because it caught my eye to begin with anyway. I love that, so pretty. The thing is, when I do stuff like this, I always wonder, like, do I have to use the shutter that's the same, you know, with the holly, or I'm just putting these things to the side for now, back in the box. I guess I can put this away too, and the envelopes for now. Okay, so we have that. Like, does it have to be this guy with this guy? I feel weird to do that, but at the same time, it just brings back the outside, you know what I'm saying? Brings that back into the inside of the card, because the inside of the card doesn't show that. But let's see what they're doing here. Like, here she has that striped outside, and she used the striped inside. I want to see something. I don't remember seeing... I was going to say, I don't remember seeing a striped one, but I forgot to look at the back of these. Sorry, guys. Well... The backs also have different colors if you want to use those instead of the front side, but why would you want to cover that foil? I don't know. I wouldn't do it. But the back sides also have prettiness to them. Ooh, okay. So on this one, that's what they did. They opted to turn it around and use the back side of it. That one also is using the back side. Okay, this one's using the front, and this one's using the front. This is basically the one I have in my hand. It might be the other one that's kind of similar. But see, she is using the holly and the holly. So, okay, we'll match that up, because it seems like that part is kind of what you're going to do if you want. Like this one, the pattern on the outside is the same pattern here. And then I'll choose whatever old flaps. Oh, I was gonna say, yes, exactly. So these are also reversible. See, on this one she's using like the craft side of it. So on this other side is also very plain. Again, I'm not covering up my foil for this, but if you wanted to, they're pretty on the other side. So let me think, what do I want to come in here? I kind of want to bring more red in, so I wouldn't mind using like this one or this one that has even more red. Yeah, let's do that one. Let's do those guys. So it's that easy, and then I'll decorate from there. And that's what I'll do. Okay, so let's put this to the side. I'm going to take a quick pause so I can move my chair and sit down and all that, and I'll be right back. That's all I was going to do is just sit down, and I know it always makes a horrible noise. Okay, so we have this guy. I was going to say it's sticking to the bag. It's funny because it has a carrier on one side but not the other, so this side wants to stick. Alright, this part we're going to do the same. You know, we're going to score like it says on step 2. Basically, step 1 is to choose all your stuff, even the embellishments and everything, but for now, I'm just going with this first, and then we'll do that part when I get there. Okay, so that's scored, ready to go. These guys, you also want to score them. Again, towards the side that you want, or away from the side that you want showing, right? Because we need this to be back here. If I wanted it the other way, I would fold it the other way. Now, this is the part where she does something weird, and I don't like manipulating the cards so much. She says to put adhesive on here. Then, this is the thing, I can't even explain it. Flip this back on itself, and then stick this on the outside. I don't even know. We don't have to do that. All we're trying to do, all you're trying to do is stick these basically here. So that when you open this, it's stuck to this and it pulls it out for you, right? So I just stick them on here. I don't understand why all this flip back and flip forth and all this other weird stuff. So I'm going to put my glue. I'm going to use this one today. But again, I do prefer to use a wet glue. Especially because you can get right into those little areas. I don't know if you can see, like this one, I'm going to cut it, but that first part I'm missing a little gap there. Does that bother me? Yes. Am I usually that picky? No, so I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to stick that one down. I'm going to go ahead and peel this away because I'm going to put another layer. And I don't want it to overlap this piece of plastic while it's in the way. And this piece, now that it's divoted the way I'm going to run it right along the edge. Again, not too far off the edge, because then it'll stick things down where you don't want it. It needs to be right on the edge. It's nice and sticky, I'll tell you that. I always kind of give it a burnish just to hold down, and then it makes it easy to peel that off. And so on this part, I mean, I'm literally just eyeballing it. And you know, I'll eyeball it. Yeah, here. So what's scary about using this kind of glue is that once you put it down, you basically put it down. So I'm not going to push it yet. I just placed it there. It's holding on, but I'm not pushing it down. I'm going to line this one with tape, and I'll be right back. Okay. And this guy, again, we're going to place on this other side. Again, I'm eyeballing it basically up and down. It looks like it's about 1/4 inch from the base. And I'm lining it up, obviously, on the left side of the score line. On this side and the right side of the score line, because when it folds over like this, it'll pull it open. Okay, that looks pretty good. Like I said, I'm not going to squeeze it down quite yet, because the next thing we're going to do is this guy, and I'm going to score it now because that's what I like to do. And you know what, I'll go ahead and actually, let's see where we're at. That's pretty good. That looks pretty straight to me. Okay. So I just turned them in. Of course, we're glued down already. Now, again, if you don't want to actually really burnish it until you're sure that they're in the spot that you want them to be, then just wait. If you're using white glue, it's going to stick anyway, so there's no waiting time after it dries. And on this guy, again, I'm just going to line these like I did before, right to the edge. Okay, I'm going to line this tab, again, the second strip, and then the other side too. And I will be right back. I probably should just remove these carriers, well, that's fine. And then choose, you know, which side you want, up or down. You know, with this one, I don't think it really matters. So I'm going to lay these flat, but I'm going to eyeball this. And again, this is why I like to score first, but also why I like to use a wet glue, because it gives me a moment to work with. But for now, I'm just folding it under. I'm not squeezing down quite yet. And I'm looking at the score lines. If you look at the score lines, it's about 3/4 of an inch off of either score line. That looks about good. Centered, should I say. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, so that's 3/4. And from this one, there's about 3/4 and 3/4, okay? I'm not squeezing it down yet because, again, I don't know. Maybe I want to move it once I lay this last one in place. And just kind of curving this around and under and making sure it's nice and straight. And I'm just feeling that out. I'm not measuring it again. But if you want to measure it, you know, go ahead. Let's see if we're good. All right. Now, if you wanted to pop anything in behind there to begin with, go ahead. I always recommend keeping whatever you put in here super flat, because your little shutters might get stuck on it. You see how the shutters really scrape by that bottom? And if you don't keep them super flat, it's just going to get stuck there. Okay, now I'm going to burnish, since I'm happy. Burnish everything. Burnish, burnish, burnish. And there is the card. I mean, super quick. Super easy. And now they say to adhere the interior sentiment to the center window panel, and then, you know, decorate your belly band and whatever other decorations you want to put. So let me grab a sentiment, and we'll kind of play around with some of the decorations for the inside. I'll be right back. May the magic of Christmas be yours. That's what we're going to put down. And again, it has a stickiness and it's nice and flat, so we're just going to eyeball this. That looks pretty good. I'm committed now. All right, so we have that. And then, you know, of course, we're going to decorate. So I can just go through here. Do we want to bring in more holly? I would love these poinsettias, of course. Oh, look at this one. That's lovely. Again, like I said, a lot of times she has, you know, 2 of the left and 2 of the right if you're trying to do something that's similar, you know, mirroring or whatever it is that you want to do. Kind of like this one to be over here. I like these roses. Ooh, Okay, so I'm going to take a minute, clearly, to kind of go through all this stuff. I was going to say that's a lot of red and whatever else. Maybe put in some kind of filler behind here and there to help us make things pop. Ooh. Love it. Okay, so I'll figure that part out and see about It's kind of weird that it says it's a stick right here. May the magic of Christmas be yours. Maybe we put a little gift. Maybe bring some more Christmas into it. Well, it's not all about gifts, isn't it? Let's see. Okay, I'm going to play with this corner and see what I want to do, and I'll be right back. So I ditched that poinsettia even though I wanted to use it, but for now, I'm not going to, and I think I'm just going to do something like this. So, oh, you know what? These are stickers, right? Isn't that what we discussed? Let's see. Like I tell you, I always forget and I'm ready to just stick things down. But for this one, I don't mind taking the backing off of the whole thing. Sometimes if some of it's hanging off, you don't want to do that because it'll stick stickiness where you don't want it to. I'm just making sure that's what I was doing. Maybe a little more like this. And then this guy, I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of, so I'm not going to remove the stickiness off the back. I did want to put that gift on here somewhere, but I can maybe put it in the front, or maybe not at all. However, I just like the hand on this one. I think it's cute. Let's see here. So again, the card comes up really quickly. It's just making your selection that most of the time is what takes time. Oh, I also want to mention when this comes in, you don't want things just hanging off the edge too much because when it comes in, it's quite possible it hits that thing and I'm right at it. Okay, so that's perfect. So just keep that in mind too. You don't want to go too far off this edge because when this comes in, it literally just nestles right in there. As you can see, I can do like maybe a 1/4 inch off and that's about it. Okay, and then this guy. I kind of just messed around with a lot of like the gold filling and or fillers and the poinsettias, and they just have that stick on them. I was like, eh. Other than this one, which is basically the same, I don't want to do two of the same, or at least I didn't feel like doing two of the same, so I didn't do that. Now let's, before I stick that down. Again, I'm doing it this way so we don't cover the whole thing up completely, because I know we like to show off what we got here. I think that's good. And again, dimensionals on the back of this one. I should pay attention to where this hits so I know where to put the dimensionals. Like up here and there. I just put 2 on this, but I would recommend probably 3 or 4. Again, how far off is that one hanging out? Let's see. Pretty good. Okay, so that's it for the inside of the card. Very festive. Not too over the top. And then we need our belly band. So on the inside it says, may the magic of Christmas be yours. Let me see which one of these guys I want to use, and we're almost done. I think I'll use that one. And this is step 13 basically, and it's just saying 2. I don't know why I was like, remove there's no stickiness on there yet. We will put that on there now. This tape is very, very sticky. It's really nice, I must say. So I don't know if you can see, there's score lines on here. There's like 2 sets. There's one in close here, and then there's one like, you know, like a 1/16 of an inch from there. Definitely pay attention to that because you don't want to stick it down. It gives you a little bit of gusseting because your card does get thicker, so it's giving you that little bit, that little 1/16 of an inch or so. Again, I'll stick that down. Actually, let me do all my score lines because you know me, I like to do my score lines first. Again, there's that little bit of score line right there. See how it gives you a little bit of lip? Same thing with this guy. That little area. And that sticks to this. That's it. So let's get this off of here. I'm working on these things to have them ready, but I'm going to do my Freeform Friday video next, I think, which will be LDRS, and I'm super excited to get my hands a little bit dirty. We haven't done like ink backgrounds and stuff like that in a while, so I will be doing that. So hopefully you've seen that video by the time you see this one. Okay, I stuck it down already. You know, I guess you can pop it on here. I usually work on things without putting them on here first, but that's like a perfect fit. And I'm really wanting to use this little guy. And then maybe a flower. Again, I was using poinsettias on the inside, so it's kind of weird to me to use flowers at this point, but maybe a holly, since... Ooh, No, I do want that one like that. Actually, you can put both of them, huh? If you want to be a little extra. Let's see the examples she has here for belly bands. This one has a swirl coming off of it with the flowers. This one just has the 2 flowers. Again, this one has holly and then the gold behind it. This one just has the pine cones and a little greenery behind it. So I would say that's not too crazy. Okay, maybe we'll do that. And then another little holly here. See, this is the thing. These hollies, like, I don't... It needs to be like this one. Yeah, where it's just the little berries. That's cute. Okay. So, again, this is a sticker, and I keep wanting to go for my glue, but I don't want to take everything off of this sticker. So, all that bottom part, gonna leave some of this top part. Because basically that's just gonna hang off of there. So you see I left this piece. That way the stickiness isn't touching here. And then this one I am actually going to just glue. Because a lot of it is just hanging off and I don't want to mess with that. Trying to show the M letter. I think people know it says Mary, right? Even though this is kind of hanging off. And yes, this is hanging off probably too much for an envelope. I'm trying to see what I should do with that. There we go. Just bring it in a little bit. Okay. Usually envelopes are a little bit bigger than your card, or it just depends. Oh, the gusseted envelopes would have no problem with that. Okay. And then this guy, I'm going to pop some little dimensionals on the back, okay? And I'll be right back. These dimensionals are nice and fresh, so they're super sticky, and I'm like, ooh, it's because the ones I always end up using are like so old. But they feel very nice. Okay, so I'm putting this just like in that same direction. And so there's that, a little something here, a little less on this side, you know, whatever it is that you like to do. Open it up, and may the magic of Christmas be yours. Gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Quick and easy. Making selections is what takes a little bit of time, but you know what? I was able to put them together a little faster this time around. I think maybe we're just getting better at it. I don't know. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll have the links in the description box. I have some images for you guys coming up. Before I forget, sorry, I was already signing off, saying goodbye. Our signature card. So you just take that puppy and stick it on the back and cover up all this beautiful paper. You know, what are you going to do? Let me see. I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can put it off to the side, but it's basically meant to go right down the center. And now you have somewhere to write your messages and things. And put this back on. All right. Now I'll go. All right, guys. Bye now.